Hello, hello, hello. We're on episode 22. I skipped ahead to see where we were at.
Hello.
We're back at it again. It's been a while, hasn't it? I love you guys. Do you love me? Anyway, we're starting it off again where we left off. Exodus 22. Let's get started. Again, we're back with Persona because it's the only game I have background noise for. Hope you guys enjoy the music. You want to start it off? Or should we? Okay, go ahead.
Exodus 22. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it, or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox, and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up, and be smitten then that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, or he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double. The man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall be put in his booth, and shall feed another man's field of the beast of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorn, so that the stacks of corn, or the standing corn, or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or set a thief, and it be stolen out of a man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges, to see whether he had put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, or ass, or sheep, or raiment, or for any manner of lost thing, which another challenge to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass or an ox or a sheep or any beast to keep, and it die or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he hath not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. And if a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be in higher things, it came for his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely enroll her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with the beast shall surely be put to death. He that sacrificed unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict any wise and lie, they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. My wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an unsure, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only, it is his raiment for his skin, wherein shall he sleep? And it shall come to pass when he crieth unto me, that I will fear, for I am gracious. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the Lord thy people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors, the firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen, and with thy sheep 7 days it shall be with his bone. On the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. And ye shall be holy men unto me, neither shall ye eat any flesh as he is impure. Ye shall cast it to the gods.
Okay. So just a quick breakdown of this chapter. It's basically talking about how you should deal with thievery, property damage, breaking and enterings. What else was it? Like if you borrow something and then it gets lost or someone steals it, how you should deal with it. Verse 16, if a man entice a maid that it's not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. For some reason, a lot of people like to take that verse and say that it means when a man rapes a woman, she is now his wife. That's not what it says. It says entice a maid. That means seduce. So it's like going to the bar and then being like, hey, pretty lady, come back to my place. She's like, okay, sure. It's like that. But a maid obviously means that she's a virgin without, well, it says it right there, not betrothed. So she doesn't have a husband or anything. So you will take responsibility, you'll marry her. But if the father refuses to give her unto him, he has to pay money according to the dowry of virgins, which is some sort of Israeli law thing. Obviously, kill a witch. Bestiality, kill them. Don't sacrifice any other gods. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him. Don't be a racist. You shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. Don't mess with orphans. Don't mess with women who have lost their husbands. For if you do, then you will die and you will make your own wife and child fatherless. If you lend money to the poor, don't expect to get interest from them. So basically, modern day banks. It's like, if you know that someone can't pay back money, don't give them money expecting them to pay it back with interest. And if you try to take their property as like, what's that called? What's that word called? When like you hold on to something of theirs to make sure that they pay back. I forget what it's called. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You can't do that to them. The only time, you can, but you have to return it to them by the end of the day. Especially if it's their clothing, because you're causing them humiliation and uncomfortability, because that's all they have, their clothing to cover themselves, to cover their shame. Thou shalt not revile the gods. So that means like to revile something. Doesn't that mean like to like be like, oh hello, that's the gods, right? Revile, Google. says not to like verbally abuse or insult with slander or angry words someone else's God or the ruler of the people. So the people that say that Jesus and God are against government, no. Because it literally says it right here. Do not curse the ruler of your people. Later on in the New Testament too, Jesus kind of like respects like Caesar's authority over the people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy fruits. Okay, so basically just the first thing that you get, always give to God. Whether it's fruit, liquor, your firstborn, your oxes, sheep, all of that. And then the last thing is don't eat roadkill. It's gross. Would you like to read 23 or you want to?
Why are we not allowed to eat roadkill?
It's gross and disgusting.
What if you have another food to eat?
It's gross and disgusting, don't do it.
Doesn't really answer the question, but okay.
That's really what it is. You shall cast it to the dogs. It's because you are holy men. You don't want to eat unclean things into a clean body.
I can read it.
You want to read it?
Okay, summary. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after money to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see the ass of him that leadeth thee lying under his burden, and wouldst forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and innocent and righteous slay thou not. I will not justify the wicked, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the ways of the righteous. Also thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger. Seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. In 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest in thy pit, and the poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy olive yard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you to be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee in the time appointed of the month Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of the gathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat on my sacrifice remain until the morning. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not steep a kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and I bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee unto the Amorites, and the
Amority?
what is it?
Amorite.
Amorites, and
Hittite.
Hittites, and the
Perizzites.
Perizzites, and the Canaanites,
The Hivites.
the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing pass through young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my spirit before thee, and I will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come. And I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines, and I from the desert unto the river, for I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee.
Alright. Quick summarization. Back up from 23 verse 1. You shall not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. So basically saying, don't make up a lie just to get someone else in trouble. Do not follow groups of people that are purposely trying to do evil. So basically like cults or like blind following of certain political figures. Cough cough. Nudge nudge. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. To wrest judgment means to like forcibly remove judgment from taking place. So basically, like let's say someone got robbed, they come up and they're like, hey, the judge is the one that robbed me. They can't just be like, oh, sorry, nope, you're gone, you're out of here. They must get a fair trial, no matter who they are. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. Countenance means a person's face or facial expression support or admit as acceptable or possible. So yeah. If thou meet thine enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. So basically, just because you hate someone doesn't mean you shouldn't go out of your way to help them if they're in need. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not. For I will not justify the wicked, like I said earlier. Wrest means to forcibly remove from someone. So do not take away the judgment of a poor man in their cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not. So, like I said before, just don't falsify anything. And the innocent and righteous, don't take shit into your own hands, no matter how righteous the act is. Thou shalt not take no gifts, and don't take bribes. Is verse 8. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger. Seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Again, don't be a racist. That is not talking about allowing immigration, because we'll see when we get to the Book of Kings. God himself ushers a law to build walls and borders to keep foreigners out. It's just basically saying don't be a racist. Verse 10 all the way down till Jesus Christ. All the way till 19 is basically the Passover laws. Work for this amount of time. Don't eat at the seventh day. That is your day of rest. As I commanded thee in the time appointed of the month Abib, for in thou camest out from Egypt. So basically it starts in the month of Abib, which is between March and April, I believe. That is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That is the time frame for you to do that. Obviously, Christians, we don't follow those laws anymore. Yep, that's pretty much what I said. Up until 19 is just basically the Passover laws and the dietary restrictions. Number 20, here, it is talking about Jesus, his forecoming from the New Testament. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place where I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Remember, Jesus is the Word and the wisdom of God. Obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. Again, Jesus is the one that judges the world. That's why you do not provoke him in the Old Testament before he had incarnation, because he didn't have the human experience just yet. How do I know that this is Jesus? Because it says it right here. For my name is in him. If this angel is just another messenger, how does he have the name of God in him? It cannot just be another random angel. It has to be God himself. Separate from the God that is talking to Moses right here. So there's a minimum of 2 powers taking place that both have the name Yahweh. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, see his voice, but it's his speech. 2 in 1. Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For my angel shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, blah, 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 blah. And it shows 24 onward, talks about how to go about with war. Don't bow down to their gods, don't serve them, do not do their practices, overthrow them. So it means kill the able-bodied men that are fighting, overthrow the kingdom, break down their images, and where else was it? I kind of lost my spot. You shall Nothing cast their young nor be barren, which means don't kill the children, do not destroy their land, take care of both their young and their land so that it could be plentiful again. And it's basically talking about how he's going to clear the way for them to get to the Holy Land bit by bit because of all these warring tribes that are trying to kill them all. And again, it's like a lot of people like to shit on Christianity because they say that God mercilessly kills people. They're like these are literally like evil countries that are indiscriminately killing people just for the hell of it. He's sending the Jews through, or at this time the Hebrews, sending the Hebrews through to not even really deal with them. It's just they're kind of in the way, and if they don't fight, then they're running the risk of dying off before they get to the land. So it's kind of like just fighting. What's that called? It's like self-defense, but also getting rid of the evil that's in the area. It's just like when he does do good things to clear out evil, God is still the evil one for some reason. Should not make no covenants with their gods. They should not dwell. Yeah, that's about it for 23. We're going to 24. If you want, yes.
The covenant confirmed. And he said unto Moses, Come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron, the native men of you, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye after off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the Lord people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which the Lord hath said we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded the altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings, and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read an audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold the blood of the covenant, which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. Then went up Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet, as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give 3 tables of stone, and a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of God. And he said unto the elders, Tarry ye here before us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount, and the glory of the Lord abode unto Mount Sinai. And the cloud covered it 6 days, and the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like devouring fire on top of the mountain, in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud, and gat him up into the mount, and Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. Wow.
I don't really think there's much to summarize. It's pretty plain speaking. It's basically talking about when Moses goes up to talk to God. Only him, Nadab, Abihu, and the elders are let go. He built 12 pillars for the altar based off the 12 tribes of Israel. He did offerings. Moses took the blood, he sprinkled it on the people as a representation of the covenant being fulfilled. And then when they went back up to the mountain to speak to God, they saw his feet, and it was like paved work of sapphire, and as if the body of heaven was in his clearness. And then afterwards, that's everyone knows what's coming up next. That's when the cloud covered Mount Sinai. Moses went up. God's presence came down on the seventh day, and it looked like there was a fire on top of the mountain. And Moses was gone for 40 days. The Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, "Oh, sorry, you want to read it?"
I can do it.
Okay.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering. Of every man that giveth it willingly, with his heart ye shall take my offering. And this is the offering which ye shall take of them: gold and silver and brass and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goats' hair and rams, skins dyed red and badger skins and shittim wood, oil for the light, spices for anointing oil, and onyx stones and things to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. According to all that I shew thee after the pattern of the tabernacle, and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. The pattern of the tabernacle.
Oh boy.
And they shall make an ark of shittim wood, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof, cubit. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make it upon a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof. And 2 rings shall be in one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which thou shalt give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2
cherubims
of gold of beaten work, shalt thou make them in the
You know what a cherubim is? In Padre Pio Church, behind the altar, you see the 2 angels with their wings like that, facing each other. Those are cherubims. Yes, it's modeled after the Ark of the Covenant.
Beaten work shalt thou make them in the 2 ends of the mercy seat, and make 1 cherub on one end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall make the cherubims on the 2 rows, on the 2 ends thereof. And the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on the high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one center. For the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubims be, And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee. And there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubims which are upon the ark of the testimony, of all things which I will give thee, and commandment unto the children of Israel. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood. 2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt make unto it a border of an hand breadth round about, and thou shalt make a golden crown to the border thereof round about. Thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border shall the rings be the places of the staves to bear the table, and thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and the table, that the table may be borne with them. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, the covers withal. Of pure gold thou shalt make them, and thou shalt set upon the table shewbread before me always. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold, of beaten work shall the candlestick be made. His shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers shall be the same. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick, and 1 out of one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. 3 bowls made like unto almonds, with the knop and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the other branch, with the knop and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick, and in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds, with their knops and their flowers. And there shall be a knop on their 2 branches of the same, and a knop on their 2 branches of the same, and a knop on the 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Their knops and their branches shall be the same, and it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. Thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and thou shalt make the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it. And the tongs thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold shall he make it with all these vessels, and look that thou make them after their pattern which was shewed thee in the mount.
There's nothing really much to summarize here. It's telling them how to make the Ark of the Covenant and the Tabernacle. Yeah, it's not much. I mean, I'll just pop up a photo of what it's supposed to look like. A little something like this.
Oh.
That's what they were talking about, like the poles sticking to the sides, but it's connected to the ark. So basically, the only way to cover, to move it, would be to go underneath it and lift it up. You know how they had us moving the body of Christ during Easter, like that. That's how you're supposed to do it. Side. And yes, the altar for the church, they're modeled after the Ark of the Covenant. These aren't the ways ours are designed. So ours are kind of designed like that. Square bottom, angels on each side. It's supposed to be modeled after the ark. Usually some churches have the two angels that are on each side being Gabriel and Michael. Because they're like the angels with the most authority. Besides, obviously, like Jesus. And, the ark is representative. Do you know who the ark is supposed to be in the New Testament? Remember, the ark is what contains the Word of God within it. And God's presence is also within the ark. You don't get it yet? Yeah, I'm not trying to think. Mother Mary is supposed to be the new Ark of the Covenant. And the two angels that are on either side of her are Gabriel and Michael. You okay, love? Back hurts? Let's lay down. Alright, where are we at? 26? Oh god, here we go. Time to describe how the tabernacle is supposed to be built. You want to read this one, or you want to take a break? You sure? Okay. 26:1.
Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen and blue and purple and scarlet. With cherubims of honey work shalt thou make them. The length of one curtain shall be 8 to 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and every one of the curtains shall have one measure.
Oh wait, stop real quick. I forgot to mention, a cubit is roughly the size of your fingertip all the way to your elbow.
Oh.
So that's about 1 cubit.
5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of 3 upon the edge of the one curtain from the selvage and the coupling. And likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shalt thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 patches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the patches, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make curtains of goat's hair to be the covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains thou shalt make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and 11 curtains shall be one of the measure. Shall be all one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and thou shalt double the 6 curtains in the fourth under the tabernacle. And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain which couple the second. And thou shalt make 50 patches of brass, and cut the patches of the wood, and couple the tent together, that it may be known. And the remnant that remaineth of the curtains of the tent, that have curtain that remaineth, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle, and a cubit on the one side, and a cubit on the other side. That which remaineth on the length of the curtains of the tent shall hang over the side of the tabernacle on the side, and on that cover it. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of rams, skin, sides, red, and a covering above of badger skins. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood standing up. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a cubit and a half shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tens shall there be in one board, set in order, one against another. Thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards on the south side southward. And thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tendons, 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tendons. For the second part of the tabernacle on the north side there shall be 20 boards. And the 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the side of the tabernacle westward thou shalt make 6 boards. 2 boards shall thou make for the corners of the tabernacle, and they shall be coupled together, and they shall be coupled together right behind the door to one side. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be 2 corners, and they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver 16 sockets, 2 sockets on the one board, and 2 sockets on the another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 2 for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle, for the 2 sides westward, and the middle bar facing the board shall reach from end to end. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make the rings of gold for places for the bars. And thou shalt overlay the bars with gold, and thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof, which will shew thee in the mount. And thou shalt make the veil of blue and purple, scarlet, and fine twine, twin linen of cunning work, with cherubim shall it be made. And thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood, overlaid with gold. Their head shall be of gold upon 4 sockets of silver. And thou shalt hang the veil under the taches, that thou mayest bring in the veil of the ark of the testimony, and the veil shall divide unto thee between the holy place and the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south, and thou shalt put the table on the north side. And thou shalt make an hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen without needlework. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and the hook shall be of gold, and thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass together.
Again, not much to explain. Explain how to build a tabernacle and how to place the Ark of the Covenant within the tabernacle. I think next in 20 is the altar? I mean 27. Did I say 20? 27 on that. Am I right?
Yes.
You okay? So you're sitting, man. Lay down. Uh-oh.
Exodus 27. And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 squares, and the height thereof shall be 3 feet. Thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. This thorn shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. And thou shalt make his plants, and receive his ashes, and his stones, and his basins, and his fleshhooks, and his fire pans. All the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass. Thou shalt make for it a grate of network of brass, and upon the net shalt thou make 4 brass and rings on the 4 corners thereof. And thou shalt put it in the compass of the altar, and the net meet the braces in the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood and overlaid with brass. The staves shall be cut into the rings, and the staves shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to bear it. Hollow with board shalt thou make it as it was shewed them thee in the mount, so shall they make it. And thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle for the south side southward. There shall be hangings for the court of fine linen and 100 cubits long on one side, and 20 pillars thereof for 20 sockets shall be of brass. The hooks of the pillars and their pillars should be silver, and likewise for the north side and length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and 20 pillars, and the 20 sockets of brass, the hooks of the pillars, and the joints of silver, and for the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, the pillars 10, and their sockets 10, and the breadth of the court on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits. The hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, the pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And on the other side shall be hangings 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the gate of the court shall be a hanging of 20 cubits, blue, purple, and scarlet, fine twin linen, wrought with needlework. And their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4. All the pillars round about the court shall be glazed with silver, their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50 everywhere, and 5 cubits of 5 strings of linen, and their sockets of brass. All the vessels of the tabernacle, all the sockets thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring pure olive oil beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn over in the tabernacle of the congregation of witness without the veil, which is before the testimony. Aaron his son shall order it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever unto the generations on the behalf of the children of Israel.
Yep, more building instructions, not much to explain. What? You tired? Alright, lay back. Exodus 28. Priests, and take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom. Whoa, a mention of the Holy Spirit in the Old Testament? What? No way, it's almost like the Trinity's been around forever. That they may make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a briared coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twinned linen, with cunning work. They shall have the 2 shoulder pieces thereof joined at the 2 edges thereof. And so it shall be joined together, and the carrier's girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. Thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, and grave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of the names on one stone, and the other 6 names on the rest of the other stone, according to their birth, with the work of an engraver in stone, with the engravings of a signet. Shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends. Of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work, After the work of the ephod thou shalt make it, of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it. 4 square it shall be, being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in the settings of stone, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row, and the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row of ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row of beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their enclosings. And the stones shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12, according to their names, like the engravings of a signet, every one with his name. Shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make unto the breastplate chains at the ends of wreathen work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And thou shalt put the 2 wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. The other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ouches, and put them in the shoulder pieces ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold thou shalt make, and thou shalt put them in the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate of the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with the lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, that the breastplate be not loosened from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place, for a memorial before. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment, the Urim and the thummim, the thummim in there, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart, and he goeth in before the Lord, and Aaron shall bear it. Bless you. Oh, I thought you were gonna sneeze. They shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goeth in before the Lord, and Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. Thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue. There shall be a hole in the top of it, in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of the haberon, that it be not rent. And beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make pomegranates of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate, upon the hem of the robe round about it. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister with his sound, shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it, like the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord. Thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre. Upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts. And that shall be always upon the forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen. And thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make and thou shalt make for them girdles, and bonnets shalt thou make for them, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness. For the loins, even unto the thighs, shall they reach. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons, when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, and when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him. So it's just basically Aaron and Aaron's sons were anointed as the first ever priests of God, which I think that role then turns, I think the role of priests becomes exclusive for the Levites and the tribe of Benjamin. Yeah, the tribe of Levi and the tribe of Benjamin, I believe, are the priesthood in the book of Judges, I think? It's just instructions on how they should dress up and how they should enter the tabernacle to not die. I love you, my wife. Why are you so amazing?
I don't know.
Whoa. Exodus 29. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them, to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take one young bullock. I don't know what a bullock is.
Neither.
I'll look that up. Bullock. No. A castrated male cattle.
I knew it.
Yeah, sure you did. And 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread, and cakes unleavened tempered with oil, and wafers unleavened anointed with oil. Of wheaten flour shalt thou make them. And thou shalt put them into one basket, and bring them in the basket, with the bullock and the 2 rams. And Aaron and his sons thou shalt bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. You shalt wash them with water, and thou shalt take the garments, and put upon Aaron the coat and the robe of the ephod and the breastplate, and gird him with the curious girdle of the ephod. And thou shalt take the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons, and put coats upon them, and thou shalt girdle them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs for perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons, the sacrifices. And thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock. And thou shalt kill the bullock before the Lord, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And thou shalt take of the blood of the bullock, and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger, and pour all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. And thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the innards, and the cow that is above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock, and his skin, and his dung, shalt thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Okay. Thou shalt also take 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram, Thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about upon the altar. Oh, that's why Andy and his family did that. Okay. I was over one time during Passover. They went over to us and they all put their hands on our heads and prayed over us. So I guess it's for this. I lost my place. Was I at 16? And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about upon the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, and put them unto his pieces, and upon his head, and thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savour, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their heads upon the head of the ram, and then shalt thou kill the ram, and take of his blood, and put it upon the tip of the rear ear. Wait, what?
Right ear.
The rear ear, the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot. And sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. Thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him. And he shall be hallowed in his garments, and his sons' garments with him. Also thou shalt take of the ram the fat of the rump, the fat that covereth the inwards, and the cow above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration. And 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Lord. Thou shalt put all of the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons. You shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet savour before the Lord. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Thou shalt take the breasts of the ram of Aaron's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy part. And thou shalt sanctify the breasts of the wave offering, and the shoulder of the heave offering, which is waved and which is heaved up, of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons. It shall be Aaron's and his sons by statute forever for the children of Israel. For it is a heave offering. It shall be a heave offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of their peace offering, even their heave offering unto the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein, and to be consecrated in them. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days, when he cometh into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. God damn it, Ami! Jesus! Damn girl, you stink worse than me. Sorry, verse 31. And thou shalt take the ram of this consecration, and seethe his flesh in the holy place. And Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And they shall eat those things wherewith the atonement was made, to consecrate and to sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the flesh of the consecrations or of the bread remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron and to his sons according to all things which I have commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them, and thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for atonement. Thou shalt cleanse the altar when thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify it. 7 days shalt thou make an atonement for the altar and sanctify it. It shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever toucheth the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar: 2 lambs of the first year, day by day, continually. The one lamb thou shalt offer in the morning is the other lamb, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at the evening. And with the one lamb 1/10 deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of beaten oil, and the 4th part of an hin of wine for a drink offering. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at even, and shalt do thereto according to the meat offering of the morning, according to the drink offering thereof for a sweet savor, offering made by fire unto the Lord. This shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generation at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you to speak there unto thee. And there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priest's office. And I will dwell among the children of Israel, and I will be their God. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. You okay, love? Want to end it here? What, 29? Not really. It's just basically explaining how it is they're to present the offerings, how they're supposed to kill the offerings, and what they're supposed to do with the leftovers. And basically telling them how to pass down the priesthood, because right now Aaron's the head priest, and his sons are like his assistants. When Aaron dies, he appoints one of his sons to be the head priest, and then that kid, and that kid, and that kid. Alright, we're ending it here at 30. We read a good, 9 chapters? I think? 8 chapters? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see, how far are we? Oh, we only have 10 chapters left.
Wow.
And we are finished with Exodus. What did you think about the parts we read? Why are you whining? I took you out at 7. It's not time for you to use the bathroom yet. Why are you trying to be cute for now? Little dog you. What did you think of what we read? That was very good. Liar! No, I'm kidding. Leviticus, I believe, is the next book. Yeah, right here, Leviticus. That should talk more about the priesthood. Numbers, I believe.
Well, I felt like most of what we read was just about how they were building it, right? How it was supposed to look.
Mm-hmm. The laws and the Ark of the Covenant. Oh my God, I googled this. Look at that. Numbers, I think, talks more about like Moses and the Hebrews during their journey through the wilderness. Deuteronomy, I believe, adds more laws. I think that's usually where like the wartime laws come into place. Joshua's, I think, most of their like military endeavors outside of the wilderness. And there's a shit ton more. I can't wait till we reach Job. I low-key like the book of Job.
Low-key?
Yeah.
Why not high-key?
Because that's not how the saying goes. It's just Alright, everyone. Well, I hope y'all learned a little something today. Thank you for showing up or watching afterwards. I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.